Tonight, something is going to happen. That happens almost every night. You'll turn off the lights. You'll settle into bed. And at some point, without a sound, your cat is going to appear. They'll jump up, circle once or twice, and find their spot. Maybe on your chest. Maybe behind your knees. Maybe pressed so close to your side. You can feel them breathing. And you'll probably think, that's cute. Maybe you'll scratch behind their ears. Maybe you'll fall asleep like that together without giving it a second thought. But here's what you need to know. What your cat just did is one of the most emotionally significant things they're capable of doing. And the way they do it, where they land, how they position themselves, even the nights they don't show up, all of it carries meaning that most owners sleep right through. So let's decode it. Because your cat has been writing you letters in the dark. And it's time you learned how to read them. 1. This was never about staying warm. Let's get the obvious one out of the way first. Yes, your cat likes warmth. They'll sit on your laptop, squeeze behind the dryer, and find that one patch of sunlight on the floor like it's their job. But if warmth was the reason they sleep with you, they wouldn't need you at all. Your cat could curl up on the couch, on that pile of laundry you haven't folded yet, in any of the 12 spots around your house that are perfectly warm and perfectly safe. Instead, they choose your bed. They choose you. And here's why that matters more than you think. Sleep is when a cat is most exposed. Every instinct they carry, thousands of years of survival coding, tells them to find somewhere hidden when they close their eyes. Somewhere enclosed. Somewhere a predator would never look. Your cat knows all of this, and they walk past every safe corner in your home and climb into bed with a creature 15 times their size, someone who rolls over, snores, and takes up way too much space. That's not seeking warmth. That's choosing vulnerability. A study published in Current Biology found that around 64% of cats form what researchers call a secure attachment to their owner, the same kind of bond human babies form with their caregivers. When a securely attached cat chooses to sleep beside you, they're not following a habit. They're acting on a bond so deep, it mirrors the one between a mother and her child. So the next time your cat settles in beside you at night, understand what just happened. They told you, in the only language they have, I feel safe enough with you to stop protecting myself. And by the way, if your cat ever suddenly stops sleeping with you, after months or years of doing it, don't brush it off. There's a reason, and it's something every cat owner should understand. We'll get to that at the end. 2. They're writing their name on you. Here's something happening every single night that you can't see, can't hear, and probably never even thought about. When your cat presses against you before falling asleep, when they rub their face along your arm, or nudge their head into your neck, they're not just being affectionate. They're doing something ancient. Cats have scent glands along their cheeks, their forehead, the base of their tail, and even between their toes. When they push against you, they're leaving invisible chemical signatures on your skin. But it's not just one-directional. When your cat sleeps against you for hours, your scents don't just sit side by side. They merge. They blend into something new. In feral colonies, cats who belong together share a group scent. It's like a family signature. It tells every cat in the colony, this one is ours. And when your cat weaves their scent into yours, night after night, that's exactly what they're doing. They're building a shared identity. They're making sure that at a chemical level, the two of you smell like each other, like family. This is also why your cat might sniff you so intensely. When you come home after being out all day, you smell different. You've been out in the world collecting other scents, and the family signature has faded. That evening press against your legs, that headbutt before bed, part of that is them rewriting what the day erased. 3. Where they sleep on your body is not random. This is one of the most misunderstood parts of this whole thing. Most owners think their cat just picks whatever spot is comfortable, and that's the end of it. But the truth is, every position your cat takes on your body is telling you something specific. If your cat sleeps on your chest, they're drawn to the one thing that sounds the most like their earliest memory. Your heartbeat, the rhythm of your breathing, the rise and fall of your chest. These sensations mirror what kittens feel when they sleep against their mother. In the first weeks of life, a cat on your chest is not just comfortable. They're re-experiencing the safest feeling they ever knew, and they found it again in you. If they sleep near your head, that's about scent. Your face and scalp release the highest concentration of natural oils in your body. For your cat, that's where your smell is strongest. That's also one of the most stable parts of your body while you sleep. Your head doesn't toss and turn the way your arms and legs do. So it's warm, it smells the most like you, and it doesn't move. For a cat, that's the perfect spot. Sleeping at your feet is different. That's trust with a safety plan. Your cat wants to be near you, but the foot of the bed gives them a clear view of the room and an easy escape route. Cats who sleep at your feet tend to be a little more independent. They love you. They just like having an exit. And between your legs, that's nesting. Your legs form a natural barrier on either side, creating a warm, enclosed space that mimics the kind of den a cat would seek in the wild. It's one of the most secure positions a cat can choose on a human body. Now here's one that surprises a lot of people. If your cat sleeps with their back to you, that's not rejection. In the cat world, turning your back to someone is one of the deepest signs of trust. It means they don't feel the need to keep an eye on you. They already know you're safe. And if your cat sleeps pressed completely against you, no space, no gap, just full contact from head to paw, that's the closest a cat gets to saying, I want nothing between us. Not caution, not distance, just you. And hey, if any of this is hitting different, take a second and smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. It's the best way to help us reach more cat owners who actually care about understanding what their animals are really saying. For they rewrote their own biology for you. This one doesn't get talked about enough. And honestly, it's one of the most extraordinary things a cat does. Cats are crepuscular. That's a word most people have never heard, but it changes everything. It means cats are naturally wired to be most active at dawn and dusk. That's when their ancestors hunted. That's when their eyes work best. That's when every cell in their body says go. So by nature, your cat's schedule should be the opposite of yours. They should be wide awake when you're trying to sleep, and sound asleep when you're eating breakfast. But something happens when a cat bonds with a human. Research has shown that domestic cats who live closely with their owners gradually shift their activity cycles to match the human schedule. They become more active during the day. They sleep more deeply at night, not because it's natural for them, because that's when you're available. Think about what that actually means. Your cat's internal clock, built across thousands of generations of evolution, gets quietly rewritten so they can exist in your rhythm. So they can be awake when you're awake. So they can sleep when you sleep. This is also why your cat shows up in the kitchen right before your alarm goes off, or why they're sitting by the door the moment you get home from work. They've memorized your schedule. They've synced their entire day to yours. Not out of instinct, out of choice. 5. They can feel what you're feeling. Have you ever had a terrible day? The kind where you're carrying it in your shoulders and your jaw, and you don't even realize it, and your cat just shows up? Closer than usual. More insistent. Maybe they pressed into your lap and refused to leave, or they slept right on top of you when normally they keep a little distance. That wasn't coincidence. Cats are remarkably tuned to the emotional state of the people they're bonded with. When you're stressed, your body produces cortisol. Your posture shifts. Your breathing changes. Your movements get tighter, faster, less predictable. You might not notice any of this. Your cat notices all of it. And sleeping beside you gives them a front row seat to your inner world. Your heart rate, your restlessness, the way your body moves through the night. Over time, they build a kind of emotional map of what your normal feels like. And when something shifts, when the stress you carried home from work starts showing up in your sleep, they know. This is why some cats become almost clingy when their owner is sick or going through something difficult. They're not just being sweet. They're responding to real signals your body is sending out. Signals you might not even be aware of yourself. 6. The purr is not just a sound. It's medicine. You know that feeling when your cat curls up beside you and starts purring, and suddenly the whole world feels a little quieter? That's not just psychology. It's physics. Cats purr at a frequency between 20 and 150 Hz. And research has shown that vibrations in that range promote tissue repair, reduce inflammation, and can even increase bone density. There's a reason cats heal faster from injuries than most animals their size. The purr is part of the repair system. But here's the part that matters to you. When your cat purrs against your body at night, those vibrations pass through your skin. Your heart rate slows. Your blood pressure drops. The stress hormone cortisol decreases. A study found that cat owners have a lower risk of dying from cardiovascular disease than non-owners. And while there are many factors at play, that nightly vibration against your chest probably isn't hurting. Your cat isn't just sleeping next to you. In a very real, measurable way, they're healing you while you sleep. And the wildest part? They might be healing themselves too. Because that purr isn't just for relaxation. It's a self-repair mechanism they activate during rest. You and your cat, lying there in the dark, purring and breathing, you're both getting better. Together. 7. When they stop, pay attention. Here's what I promised earlier. And if your cat currently sleeps with you every night, this one is worth knowing before you ever need it. If a cat who has been sleeping beside you for months or years suddenly stops, something changed. And cats don't make that kind of shift lightly. Sometimes it's physical. Cats are masters at hiding pain. It's an instinct left over from the wild, where showing weakness made you a target. If your cat is dealing with arthritis, a urinary issue, or something internal you can't see, they might quietly withdraw to be alone. It's not that they love you less. It's that something hurts, and their deepest programming tells them to hide when they're vulnerable. If your older cat suddenly starts sleeping somewhere else, a vet visit is worth your time. Sometimes it's environmental. A new person in the house. A new pet. A change in your schedule. Furniture moved around the bedroom. Things that seem small to you can feel seismic to a cat. Their territory is their universe. And when the landscape shifts, they recalibrate everything, including where they sleep. And sometimes it's emotional. Cats remember. If something startled them in the bedroom, if there was a loud argument, if something felt unsafe in that space even once, they might pull away. Not because they stopped trusting you entirely, but because that specific place lost its feeling of safety. The key is this. Your cat didn't stop sleeping with you because they're being difficult. They stopped because something in their world changed, and they're telling you the only way they know how. Watch them. Listen to what their absence is saying. And if you can, gently help them find their way back. Leave a worn shirt on the bed so your scent is there even when you're not. Keep the bedroom calm and predictable. Give them time. Because here's the thing most people never realize. That nightly ritual, that quiet moment when your cat jumps up, circles twice, and settles against you in the dark. It was never a small thing. Not to them. Every single night your cat chooses you, they're saying something enormous. In the smallest, quietest way they know. They're saying you are my safe place. You are my family. You are where I go when I let the world disappear. And that's worth understanding. That's worth protecting. And honestly, that's worth showing up for. The same way they show up for you. Every single night. If you want to go even deeper into what your cat is secretly telling you every day, watch this video next. It breaks down the 7 messages hidden in your cat's body language that most owners completely miss.